The vision and mission of the West Florida Center for Trafficking Advocacy is basically to provide pro bono, restorative, trauma-informed legal services to victims and survivors of human trafficking. We got started, my wife Pamela and I got involved in human trafficking advocacy basically almost 9 years ago. We began to learn about the issue through a church that we were a part of. I was actually on staff at, and as an attorney, I started to try to figure out, around 2011, I guess, I was trying to figure out what could I do to help. I started to look at this issue of a trafficking survivor who's been forced into illegal activities. So prostitution obviously comes to mind, but other things, drug abuse, grand theft, there's lots of things that they're coerced into doing while they're being trafficked. And so we came up with this law that enabled a survivor to petition a court to expunge a criminal record and to vacate a conviction that's related to that criminal record, so to kind of give them a fresh start once they're out of the life. And so we were able to pass that law, and all of a sudden I went from like 2 clients to 15 in like a month's time, because there were no other attorneys doing this work or willing to do it. So that sort of became the legs, I guess, to the calling, because I began to get more and more clients. Never with a vision at that point that this would someday be my full-time work. I had no idea. But I began to work with these clients, and I began to understand, not understand what they'd been through, because there's no possible way to do that, but to get a glimpse of trauma, a glimpse of abuse, a glimpse of restoration, a glimpse of redemption, and I started to see God in this context of captivity and freedom. And just more and more I was like, I have to do this. And it isn't I didn't want to do it. I did want to do it, but I also felt this compulsion to walk into this space. And so I did, and continued to do it, and my wife and I made a commitment that we would serve, I would serve these individuals whatever the cost. If my private law practice went down in flames, which it has, well, it hasn't gone down in flames, but the client list has grown so significantly that that there is virtually no time for private practice. So, but we were willing to do that, and in a strange kind of way felt comfortable doing that. So, and now we have almost 60 people that we're serving. I mean, we see lives change sort of in 2 avenues. You kind of got the legal side, so when you're able to help them rectify a legal situation, like expunge a record, you see a practical change there, because all of a sudden they don't have a record. Also to see them experience, in a sense, of vindication when they get an order from the court that says, you were a victim, it was wrong for the state to have prosecuted you, basically, in so many words. There's a sense of justice that I never even thought about this when we did our first petition. It wasn't until I sent the order to the client, and she was like, there was this whole change internally because of the acknowledgement of what she'd been through. And so to see that change is incredible. I think the opportunity for me to say, yes, I'll represent you, and there's no conditions on this. You don't have to repay us. You don't even have to thank us. For them, that's some daylight.